No, that stuff is expensive, I guess.
So they're gonna leak away anyway. Just have to get enough. But I say if you charge that much, don't bother, don't do the AC yet. Wait till I use it all up.
Oh, no, you have to count the days that, and you know how much each day it costs you to run the AC. something that you try to revolve around, and that helps you develop that accuracy, because you only have one center line theoretically. If you have two, then you have two noses. so you're not over here, and you could feel that that's gonna be, if you did it like that, it would feel awkward. Or okay, so let's no do yet Hikun, because Arthur and Bob stand for half an hour to just do those few forms, right? All right, so we're here, right? So the lower hand is here. Let's pause for a second. Okay, and here, step. Turn, thrust, turn, and keep going. Try through the nose. Inhale, exhale, turn. Inhale, exhale, turn. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Through the nose. Close. So we're going to step back a little, then we'll try it again. Okay, ready? Okay. Center line, sword finger center line. So you can touch, the other hand can touch here. Yeah. Yeah, touch sort of right at the, right here. Yeah, you can touch here. Huh. All right. Step out. Turn, thrust, pivot, take a step, turn, thrust, pivot, step, step and pause. So both hands align the center line. Okay. And thumbs, your thumb points toward the ring finger on both hands. And the thumb, all right, then we close. Okay. So when we turn, thrust, find your position here, step up, and then resume. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, turn, pivot, turn. So to practice your turn, all you have to practice this. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do it side view so you can see this, the position here, here, here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So try that. Try making that turn. That gives you sort of a position here, position there, and that pivot. Okay. Yeah, try it a few times. Starting off, we're here, facing this way, right? Turn. Adjust. Pivot. Step. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. Thrust. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and close. Okay, good. So let's go through the 5-element movements. The 5-element movements, I don't think you've done that before, but those are fundamental to Yeti-kun or Yeti-mon. So the 5-element, we have this chopping motion that's kind of horizontal. It's called the metal or gold. Gold is, it represents metal. So all it is a chop meeting in the center line on both sides. So one hand is a little bit longer than the other, and that's a little bit because we're twisting the body a little. So the lead side has a sort of a lead shoulder, right? So, when we talk about muscle memory and we're going like this and we're going like this, the twist is here in the middle of the back. So when you twist, when you release, that's like going to neutral. This is when your body is kind of squared to the wall. Then when I turn like this, it turns here, and your body starts to face the 45-degree corner. And then it releases. So during the transition, passing through that neutral position is when you make part of the elbow action. So we're here, and then when I go like this, the elbows expand, and then I come to here. Then I go. So that's the phase within the motion, and that phasing becomes part of your transition. So this movement actually is about waist level. Yeah. So it's not up here; it's down here. And when it's down here, we say, well, what's the difference between chopping up here and chopping down there? The difference is the elbow position. When you chop here and you chop here, your elbow is relaxed in a position. So here you can sink your elbow. Here you can't sink your elbow because your elbows are up, right? So if the elbows up, mean your shoulders will go up. So they're probably saying the audio's not on, is it? No, no, the audio is on. The audio is on. Hello. So that's actually, metal. So it's not, you're not stiff like this. Now when we step, then the step and the passing through neutral becomes part of the the transition because it's timing. The hands and legs become coordinated. So upper lower coordinate is tied to the waist. So there's a consistency in, the method, the idea of getting that to happen. So that's meadow. So remember that. The next thing we're going to do is water. Water is, so we do this as one of the drills, right? So the difference is that one is a fist and the other one is a palm. And you alternate the hands. So at this point, the important thing is just to keep the arms fluid. And there is a projection that's going forward. And you can see that the elbow sinks, the shoulders relaxed. And you're trying to do it, repeating the motion. Relax the shoulders and then find your elbow down position. Now, because we're creatures of habit and we know that if you do something over time, you start to remember it and recognize it. So that's memory. You do it over and over again, you start to memorize it. But something else happens when you do it over time. When you do it over time, your body starts to assimilate the motion, but then it starts to use the strength that it's starting to recognize as the right strength. You start to use less strength and it becomes much more directional because you don't have any of that erroneous stuff going on that is going to conflict with the movement. So that's sort of coming through the experience. Without that experience, and the experience only comes from doing it, you can't actually get any experience by just thinking about it. Because it's a physical action, you only can develop it through experience, and that experience is feeling. You experience what that feels like. When it starts to feel correct, then you start to improve your movement because you're learning it. The body's picking it up. So that's that. So that's water, right? That's the water movement. So without the leg work, we're just doing here, right? So you can do it parallel. You can do it a foot forward, but typically you have your right foot forward. Now, this is wood. So there's your imaginary center line. You wrap your wrist like you're doing the mantis, but it's actually creating a spiraling or a entwining motion. So the wood is entwining. Actually, if you look at it, maybe that's where they got that from. Just, I guess, it's kind of like roots. In the roots, it's entwining. They're all kind of knotted together like that. So here you have the mo. And you go through your center, and you go through your center, and you go through your center. So that's 3 elements that you have. There's the metal, water, and wood. Metal, water, and wood. And that's half an hour. So
Okay.
I don't want to wait you. So next, every Wednesday you can do about half an hour of it if you have time, and then because I know. So, all right. So let's finish up those. There's the water.